Hello, so welcome back everyone, and Wolf here with even more Star Wars The Old Republic here in the epilogue of the Shadow of Revan expansion, where we last left off. The plan to hopefully discharge and electrify the possessed individuals came to failure thanks to creatures the Sith Emperor created by Sith alchemy, these monoliths. Seems Lana Beniko, the leader, the Minister of Sith Intelligence, has a new plan, and for that she wants us to gain the Emperor's attention, shall we say. So, let's see how we can do that. Your current mission objective is located at the People's Tower in New Adasta. The transport is ready once again for your departure. Okay, the People's Tower. Dead bartender here.
I wonder what this is for.
The bartender died, but there's a key on him. It may grant access to something useful. Huh. Ah. It works for the speeder. Unfortunately, the speeder requires fuel. Oh. Interesting. We can claim fuel from the automated air defenses. Bonus also to save some for civilians. taking this fuel, thank you. Saved a few civilians. There's still one more anti-air gun operating. To gain access to it, I think we need to use that speeder. Oh. But the key did fit into that device earlier. I become very confused.
We have to get to the shuttles. It's the only way to survive.
Every last vessel's been shot out of the sky. There is no evacuation, there just isn't.
We can't leave. We surely can't stay here. What does that leave us with?
We'll find some place to hide. We'll get by. This can't go on forever.
Can't it?
I am now very confused. I wonder if I can gain access to the final AA gun without the speeder. That is the only free around, isn't it? Oh, we're still having to help the civilians anyhow.
My weapons. Drained everything I had for that one.
This is what a few side missions that oh there's a speeder there. Oh, for crying out loud. There's actually a speeder here. Keep an eye open for other speeders, I suppose. aren't you annoying? Can I? No, definitely not. Ah! Really? You had to go get that prompt. There's a part like that in Alien Isolation when you're trying to get back to the security bureau, and to get access to the vents to activate a droid that'll open up the vent door for you, you need to basically walk up to a grated door where there's some humans trying to shoot you on the other side. There we go. Yeah, without getting close to the gated door in Alien Isolation, you won't get a prompt to activate, like, find a way through the vents instead. Which is a pain. Okay. The artillery gun's actually above us, but we do have this this champion artillery officer. So let's have a bit of fun. Ooh, a world boss equipment crate. Thank you. What a few world bosses I suppose we can tackle solo. Oh, and there's the final anti-air gun. And we found a data pad, which contains a manifest code. should actually avoid completing this quest, just so we can actually keep. Actually, yeah. Should I just keep this custom speeder? Because we're going to lose it when we complete this quest. But if we don't complete the quest, we'll keep it. I think we will. Yeah, why not? Why not? I mean, yes, I suppose we're not going to get the memory holographs or the credits. But we're going to get a speeder with a little bit of a speed boost every now and again. In return. I for one think that's actually a good trade-off. Oh, for crying out loud.
Trouble now.
Don't have time to play with you. Time to play with you either. Now let's actually continue with what we're meant to be doing, getting the Emperor's attention. And into the People's Tower we go. This door is sealed. See this heavy weapon. Oh, delightful. The fact that the Emperor is using possessed soldiers and using tactics against us is not a good sign. Ow! Okay. I was a bit too close to that explosion. Oh, what's this? It's that time. I guess we'll get these united efforts. Thank you. Okay. Seems we've got some security codes to shut down some of the turrets within the tower.
Before we go ahead with this, you and I should talk in person. I'll see you shortly.
Oh! Lana's coming to the tower. Seems to be the way to go. So what's down along this way? Ah, this leads us back into the main. Yeah. Like the forum we had before. Okay, we have control of the turrets.
You've made it. Good. Time is short. So is reliable assistance. As Agent Kovac is no longer in the picture, I've taken the liberty of reaching out to someone I hope we can trust a little bit better. Are you in position?
Yeah, but this setup isn't anything like what you described.
So what you're saying is you can't figure it out?
Don't get all... I'll figure it out.
We're about to begin, so that would be nice.
What exactly are we about to begin, Lana?
You're going to make Fishert angry. So angry that he'll place all his attention on killing you. When the time comes, you'll lead him to an electrostatic weapon stored here in the heart of New Adasta. It's meant to be a last resort against major civil uprisings, but Theron's modifying it to be non-lethal. With the reduced charge, its radius of impact will diminish.
Fine. Let's get started.
Yes, let's.
For all your claims to power, for all your smug superiority, you hack away at the defenseless like a gleeful child. And here I stand, your own wrath, in defiance of your plans, and you do nothing. Use whatever reason you want, but I know the truth. You are a coward.
I think that did it.
I have to go now. There's much to be done. Too much. I shouldn't have come here, truth be told.
No need to linger on my account. I'll get it done.
I imagine you will. May the Force serve you well.
Well, P.S. Have you ever wanted to spit in the eye of the Sith Emperor? Because now you have, by proxy of being one of my servants.
Hey, that was awkward. Not as bad as my previous chat with her, believe it or not. Look, I know killing Jedi is kind of a thing for you, but the sixth line, it's because of me they're here in the first place. You could find some way, any way at all. Just, please help them. Don't do the other thing.
I'll consider it. Huh. Convenient.
You think I don't know what you're doing?
Of course I know, my righteous wrath. I know everything.
And I will enjoy watching you fail.
You're in trouble now.
Go ahead. Kill them. Kill the Jedi.
If you let them live, they will just keep murdering in my name. Don't hesitate.
Kill them. I won't mind. And neither will your Republic friend. What are you doing? This is not the act of a proper Sith Lord.
To be fair, you were trying to manipulate me. Did you really think it was going to be that easy? Oh. Well, this looks promising.
That's it. Got it set for as big a non-lethal burst as we can manage. Should be enough to zap anyone in range into a nice long involuntary nap.
Should be.
Hard to come up with a one-size-fits-all solution. A lot of guesswork involved. Wish there was some way we could do a test run.
They've got to be closing in.
Then come on, we need to be shielded. should wait until they're good and close.
I came across 2 of your team, Theron.
And?
I gave them a shock. When I left, they were still out.
Good, thanks. Let's just hope that they don't end up in the Emperor's control as soon as they wake up. Okay, here comes the Puppet Brigade. Fingers crossed. This one was closest, took the biggest hit. Still alive. We did it. Let's just hope we got all of them. We should call Lana now, see if she has a plan for what's next.
I have a better idea.
Master Suro.
No. Watching you believe you had a chance. It's amused me. Now this whole charade is pathetic. Now, how do you wish to die? In combat? Or on your knees? Go away, little Sith. This has nothing to do with your friends. This is you and I.
All right, Emperor. Let's get this over with.
I saw it. I saw everything. Every life. Every life he took. I took. It's all I can see anymore. I'm a monster.
It's not true. You'll be okay. I'll take you to Tython. The Jedi will help you restore your mind, make you whole again.
And then she'll be no good to us. We need to understand the connection Bishop established with this Jedi so we can stop it or exploit it.
Yeah, and let me guess, the process is invasive. Hasn't she been through enough?
We've bought ourselves some time, that's all. We can't risk the fate of the galaxy just to assuage your guilt.
You want to take her brain apart, and you don't even know if you'll find anything.
We have to try.
He's never leaving. I'm going to hear him forever.
The Jedi goes with Theron.
You're joking. Tell me you're joking.
You heard him.
It's my good deed for the day.
Come on. I'll get you shipped out of here as soon as I can.
I suppose we can be grateful that we managed some manner of progress. You know, Vishad gave up on trying to take control of me some time ago. Perhaps he's not as powerful as we were led to believe. Still, he is more than formidable. We've only stopped him temporarily, and war still rages. We have much to do.
Okay. Gonna get ourselves out of here. Let's have a look at this armor set that we picked up. We have a vast majority of it. Huh. That's not bad, you know. Maybe a different color dye, but not a bad armor piece, certainly. I could work with that.
I just ended a holocall with Darth Ma. He would very much like to speak with you.
Oh. Let's find a nearby holo terminal then. Yeah, I was half tempted to put her out of her misery. But I didn't want to empower the Emperor anymore.
Darth Ma, you wanted a word. I couldn't make that out. Could you repeat?
I'm curious. Do you really believe you've accomplished anything here? What do you think you've stopped?
I know how powerful you've become, but if I do nothing, what good am I?
Indeed. What good are you? It is a question I have asked myself, and have finally answered. I have decided that life is more interesting with you in it. If you wish to keep railing against me, then so be it. Your interference changes nothing. When I am finished here, when every life on this world has been exhausted, I want you to be alive, to know that I succeeded. Goodbye.
Oh, terrific. We stopped him for a total of 5 minutes. Great. Need to get ourselves back up to the orbital station. Give it a moment.
Please use all products only as intended.
See if any mail comes through. In fact, while we're waiting, we might as well open these 2 chests. So we have the United Efforts crate. Some sparklers and crafting materials. Yay. And then the World Boss crate. The equipment and tech fragments are determined by your discipline and item rating. And both of them are terrible. Sounds about right. So something's happening on Ziost. We must check the planetary status monitor. Sensors indicate high energy readings from the surface. What does it mean? You notice a warning that orbital sensors detect a planetary anomaly. A widespread crisis may be imminent if you choose to investigate. Further travel to Ziost may become impossible. So we can go back to the landing zone where we first met Lana Beniko and complete any side missions, and therefore then travel to New Adasta and such. Or we can see what this crisis is. Let's investigate. What is happening on the surface of the planet? Oh bloody hell, it's put us back at Vaiken Spacedock.
I take it you've heard about Ziost.
I saw it for myself.
It was a blur. We tried to evacuate as many as we could. Considering so much was out of control, I'd say we did all right. But Vitiate is stronger now. Sith intelligence is in complete disarray. It's all coming apart.
It's a setback to be sure, but this isn't over. Not even close.
When Darth Hask first asked for my counsel, I considered turning him down. I wanted understanding, not a place in the power structure. But that's where I am. I don't take the responsibility lightly. Whatever comes my way, I will deal with it.
I've seen what you're capable of. I know you won't disappoint.
Thank you, my lord. Especially after Ziost. Putting an end to Vitiate's threat feels like an impossible task. I don't believe it truly is impossible. Even if it were, we have to try.
Is that optimism?
It would appear so. Imagine that. Well, the Republic are licking their wounds, same as us. But they aren't relenting. And they're hardly our only concern. I suppose I should go about looking after the security of the Sith Empire. Unless there was anything else.
It would be nice to know what you're planning.
To rebuild Sith intelligence, of course. I'm thinking mobile headquarters this time. May the Force ever serve you.
And so, we can get ourselves back to the orbital station. And see what has occurred, what is left of Ziost. We did actually receive a bit of mail. Who was that from? Ah, Darth Maul. Something went awry with the communications platform. I had intended to commend you for your work thus far, but I have just received word that your breakthrough against Vitiate was only temporary. You make note of a warning that planetary traffic control stations are unresponsive. However, orbital sensors report that Ziost's atmosphere remains within acceptable levels. We can return to the landing zone we started at originally. Let's see what has changed. And here we are. Oh. Those droids are here.
Seem to be some holo records stored in these.
So we have various missions we can pick up for more, I suppose, yeah, more holographs. Various credits, various renown. Ziost has certainly seen better days. I wonder if there's anyone or anything still around. You know what, I'll be honest, I've never actually explored the surface of this world now. Oh. Ah, I see. I guess I can't use that speeder anywhere apart from around the people's tower. It's kind of a shame. Oh. Disappointing. Let's have a quick scout around. If anything, I believe there are quests. I think there may be... oh, like a temple here. The only thing that may still survive maybe are the monoliths. There's something tugging in the back of my memory that there may be monoliths still alive here on Ziost. But apart from that, it looks like every living thing was sucked of its life force and fed to the Sith Emperor. Temple over here. Let's have a quick look around. Oh shit! The World Breaker monolith. He is the new world boss. Okay. Let's get ourselves back on board the Fury. The time here on Ziost has come to an end. Okay, so what we're gonna do is take a break now. When we come back, I believe we'll be setting up for the next expansion, the Knights of the Fallen Empire expansion. It'd be interesting to see this expansion once again. I have to say, when I got here with my... how to put this? This is as far as I got with Curse in terms of my former Sith Warrior story arc. It's the downside of going into the next couple of expansions. Well, at least Knights of the Fallen Empire, because despite it not being made public on YouTube, I did record the next expansion with Curse. The difficulty was Curse was a lot more abrasive compared to how Hask is. Hask, as we've seen and how I've played him, is much more, well, not just merciful, but he's willing to compromise and work with others who are not of the Empire. Curse... A lot of the options you get in the next expansion is more about unification. It's about compromise and trying to be diplomatic. Curse wasn't really that diplomatic. I mean, the other option was to be basically a tyrant. You had like the tyrant and diplomat routes. Those were your major options, as you'll see. And even though Hask may make some extreme options, depending on the circumstances, because there are still options you can choose. You're not just stuck into two ways of going about your dialogue, the choices you make. But when I was doing Curse's series a couple of years ago, maybe even 3 years ago now, I didn't enjoy role-playing the character, whereas I believe going into the future with Hask, I will. Maybe it's just because I've changed over the years and my mindset has adapted that way, or maybe it's because I have been playing Hask differently. It certainly feels that way, but as I say, that could just be time. Either way, thank you all for joining me if you've gone this far in this series. I certainly appreciate it. And as always, feel free to leave a comment if you so wish. I'm going to be doing some adjustments to a few of the armor pieces. Probably going to be looking at various dyes I may use with them. And then, how else to put this? Knights of the Fallen Empire and Knights of the Eternal Throne have a very awkward way of presenting their storyline. It's more episodic. How the Shadow of Revan expansion was Chapter 5. Knights of the Fallen Empire has something like 13 or 16 chapters, and it goes from Chapter 1 to Chapter 16. I forgot how many chapters are in it, but each time you'll have like each chapter's about an hour to maybe 2 hours long. Well, some chapters are short. Some of the early chapters are rather short, but later on there's more content. So if you just say like each chapter's about an hour long, it makes a good stopping point. But sometimes you'll end up, if you're trying to backtrack, if you start in Chapter 2 and go into Chapter 3, you may end up stopping and spoiling part of the storyline for yourself. It's hard to explain, but I'll try and make the experience as smooth an experience as possible. There's a few, as I say, there's a couple of problems that we may need to deal with and may need to cover with the next couple of expansions, but we'll make do as much as we're able, and we'll take it from there. I think there's a good point in which things will be easy. It's the first few chapters that are going to cause me a bit of problem, cause me a bother. I think the first 5 or 6 chapters are a bit of an issue, but we'll make the best of them and just continue forward as best as we're able. Either way, thank you all for joining me here in Star Wars The Old Republic, sincerely, and hopefully I'll see you for more content going into the future. Until then, though, take care. Bye-bye now.